Good afternoon, everyone. There is an old song that says, "Wherever I lay my hat is home." And today the Panthers lay their hat in short-term familiar surroundings here at the DIY Kitchen Stadium here at Wakefield for our home championship game against Whitehaven. A vital game in the context of our season, especially after defeat here against Wakefield last week. Halifax need to get back on in winning ways. Let's go through the teams first and foremost with the Panthers, with a milestone game for number one James Woodburn Hall, the 28-year-old making his 150th Halifax appearance. Massive congratulations to him. Then a bit of a shuffle in the back line due to the injuries. James Saltonstall, Zach McComb comes onto the wing, number 3 he wears. Ed Barber wears 26, right centre, 17 Ben Tibbs left centre, and Charlie Graham 28 looking to score on this ground for the second week in succession. Familiar halfback 6 and 7 Louis Jouffre and captain Joe Keys, and in the pack 8 Adam Tangata, 9 Adam O'Brien and 13 Jacob Fairbank make up the front row, with Ben Kavanagh wearing 11, 12 Matty Jean second row, and Ryan Lannon coming back into the side, let alone the starting lineup. He locks the scrum wearing 15. On the bench for the Panthers, number 19 Connor Davies, 23 Gareth Widdop, again looking to score tries on this ground in consecutive weeks. 29 Clement Boyer, another landmark game, this time for number 31 Kevin Leroyer, his 300th career appearance in the game. Again, a massive achievement for him. 18th man should be needed is 22 Ben Hersey. And the Whitehaven side with a couple of familiar faces. Straight away, number 2 Jake Mason operating at fullback this week for Haven. Number 3 Joey Romeo, 4 Will Evans, 5 Curtis Tier and 25 Gideon Boafo. A potentially dangerous halfback pairing of 14 Jake Carter and 7 Lachlan Hannigan. Always a big pack from the Cumbrians. Number 10 Guy Graham, 15 James Newton at hooker and 17 Ross Ainley. With a back row, 20 Owen McCarron, 21 Rio Corkill, and another familiar face in 11 Ryan King at loose forward for Haven. And on the bench for the Cumbrians, again another dangerous man in 6 Jamie Duran, 8 Lucas Castle, 16 Noah High, and 26 Hugh Worthington. As the teams come out onto the field, a small but noisy bunch as always, the Whitehaven travelling fans. We got the better of them at the Shea, the Challenge Cup earlier in the season. Can Halifax make it 2 from 2 in the league this time? As the teams line up, the pre-match pleasantries are over. It looks like Halifax to kick off, and just before we kick off, again some really sad news in the week. The unexpected passing of long-time Halifax fan Andrew Hinton. All the thoughts and love from all of the Halifax Panthers go out to his family and friends at this time, and hopefully the boys in blue and white can get a win for him in his memory. This huge championship game, Sunday the 30th of June 2024, as Jouffre gets us underway, collected by Carter. And it's Guy Graham off the back fence, met well by Tangata, Fairbank and Lannon straight into the work. As Whitehaven play the blind side. McCarron it was, taking it on. Newton finds 17, Ross Ainley. As a forward trying to make the way upfield. Despite the attention of Adam O'Brien and Fairbank, they use blind once more. Carter goes to Tia, and Tia takes on Barber, Keys, and Matty G, who do well. McCarron once more will take Whitehaven past White halfway. G and McComb doing the work on the last of Whitehaven. He goes back to Carter, good pressure there from G. Comfortably collected by Charlie Graham there. Looking to score a try on this ground, second week succession. Socks down, love to see it. Here's another one, socks down, Ben Tibbs. Great to see as he takes his tackle. Past the 30, here's Woodburn Hall. Finds Ed Barber. On that right flank that Wakefield caused all sorts of problems for last week. Know that Liam Finn will concentrate on getting that right flank a lot more solid as Ryan Lannon makes some good ground over halfway for Fax. Quick play the ball to O'Brien, finds Dufresne. Short ball to Kavanagh, tries to beat the first man, but decent tackle down low by the Whitehaven defence. Last tackle for Fax, it goes to Dufresne, who puts it high. First tester for Mason, no real pressure on him. How he'd love to score a try against his former club, but decent defence there from his old mate Dufresne and Adam Tangata. Here's Boafo. Good shot there from Matty G. Stops his progress 25 metres out from his own line. As Romeo makes some good yards from dummy half. Lannon Fairbank putting him down on the 40. Here's King, first touch of the ball for another ex-Halifax man, but comfortably put down there by Fairbank. On halfway. Here's Ainley, and Ainley, good shot there by Fairbank. G and O'Brien, last tackle for Avon, 10 metres inside the Halifax half. Goes to Carter once more, who puts it high. Woodburn all this time underneath. First test for him on his 150th Halifax appearance. And does well, looks to counter-attack, does Woodburn Hall, who had an outstanding game last week in defeat. Slow play the ball as McComb tries to make yards upfield. Gets tackled on his own 20. Dufresne dummy half, uses the blind side. Graham gets Halifax up to him past the 30. O'Brien waits at dummy half, finds Keys. Drops off Tangata, and Tangata, great tackle down low by the Whitehaven defender there. Keys once more, out the back to Dufresne. Steps off his right. Good tackle by McCarron, had to be. Last tackle here for Halifax, just shy of halfway, and Keys takes from dummy half. Charge down from Whitehaven. He's still a last, and Woodburn Hall looks to make the break. And it's 6 to go for Halifax on there, and it's a knock on from James Woodburn Hall. All that good field position that we found ourselves in. And Woodburn Hall just drops the ball cold. And after all that, Whitehaven will have the scrum 10 metres shy of halfway. Dold at the back of the scrum. It goes to Will Evans. Whitehaven fans calling for a penalty for offside for the scrum, but Will Evans is going to charge on, but they'll get the penalty. First of the game going to the visitors. Clever play from the back of the scrum, holding it in. The Halifax defence caught being too eager. And Whitehaven, first real attacking set of the game for them. And it's Evans will tap, hand it on to Rio Corkill on that far side. As Graham takes it on. Whitehaven inside Halifax's 20 for the first time this afternoon. Here's King. Ball to Carter, short ball to McCarron. And McCarron tries to bump off G and O'Brien, but They stop his progress, 5 metres short of the line. Options left on Whitehaven for Whitehaven as Halifax slow to play the ball down. Here's King, throws a dummy, but Tangata's wise to it. Then slowing to play the ball down. Newton finds Hannigan, throws a dummy, loses his footing, and momentum's lost temporarily there for the Cumbrians. On the last, goes to the blind side, Mason dribbles it through, and Ben Tibbs, affirmative action there, and Whitehaven forced a goal line dropout, first of the afternoon. Haven coach Jonty Gawley will be happy with that. From the penalty, forcing the repeat set. As Woodburn Hall gets the drop out. Hannigan collects on the 40, hands it on. Big collision in midfield there. As Whitehaven will start the set off inside Halifax's 30. From Ainley's carry. Here's Graham, the other prop forward. Chats 3 Halifax defenders who eventually put him down. O'Brien, Fairbank, and G it was. They come back to centre field, King. All back to Hannigan. Third on to Mason. Whitehaven got 3 on 2, it goes wide. And Romeo loses his footing at the crucial moment. Here's Mason again. And on to Ainley, and Ainley gets the offload out. King, short ball. As Whitehaven look to get over the line, have they got there? They won't. But it's a penalty for a high shot, I think it was. And Halifax are hanging on here. Now, will Whitehaven go for 2 here? There's plenty of signals going from the bench for an early shot at goal, and I don't think Halifax will mind that, to be honest. I'm surprised that Whitehaven didn't chance their arm against a defence that's leaked points in recent weeks. But given the importance of this game, every point might matter. And there's not many easier attempts for your first shot at goal of the afternoon. For Jake Carter to have from the penalty, which he converts with ease. And Wakefield haven't put the clock on. So I would say after around about the 10-minute mark here, Whitehaven are 2-0 up. And what response have Halifax got now? Dufresne with the kick-off. Bit of a low trajectory, but Carter collects it easily enough. Goes to Graham, and another big contact there by Fairbank and Lanham, pushing back 5 or so metres. And Newton finds King. On to Ainley. King getting involved in first receiver quite a lot for Haven. Getting his hands on the ball. Here he is again, thought about the pass, but takes it on himself. Met by a couple of his own teammates, Fairbank and Tangata. Finished off by Lannan. Newton goes blind, and Hannigan kicks early, and that's just going to go straight dead. Oh, is it now? Is it? Oh, it just about goes dead. Halifax will have a 7-tackle set from there, which Woodburn Hall waste no time in starting. He gets to McComb. He gets put down just shy of the 30-metre line. Here's Graham. A good yards from the winger. Dufresne fills in at dummy half. Hands it on to McComb again. Looking for a broken field ahead of him, but it's a good contact there by McCarran. Held out by Carter. Halifax just shy of halfway. Fairbank will take us past halfway. Takes 3 Avon men to stop his progress. Fights for a quick play of the ball too and gets it. O'Brien finds Tangata. Out the back to Dufresne. Kavanagh on the angle. This is nice from Halifax. Kavanagh throws a dummy, breaks the break out. It goes to Woodburn Hall. Lovely little interchange there from Halifax. And inside the Whitehaven 20 for the first time this game. O'Brien dummies right and goes left. One ball to Tangata. Great tackle down low that was by Hannigan. Last tackle here for Fax. They've got men on the blind side if they use them. Dufresne onto Tibbs. Further on to Graham. Steps back on the inside and Graham's in. But the referee and touch judge rule. Then he knocked it on in goal and Mason's getting on with it straight away. The break's on for Whitehaven if they've got it, and as Boafo tries to take on McComb and McComb loses his footing. Boafo steps inside Keys. Barber's there. Frantic action here at the DIY Kitchen Stadium. Got to make sure I get that name right. As Whitehaven blink of an eye inside Halifax's 20. Carter finds Romeo onto Corkill. Footwork from both. But Halifax defence wise to it. Just outside their own 10, Whitehaven now. Here's Hannigan. And on to Ainley. Ainley will just take it straight up. No offload this time. The Halifax defence wrap him up. They're stacking it left here. Haven. Here's Hannigan. Short ball. As Graham nearly gets over the line. Still tackles here for Whitehaven. As Newton waits at dummy half. Slow play the ball. Newton fires it to King. King grubbers it through, looking for the Whitehaven man, and Hannigan's over for the first try of the afternoon. And you just knew it would have been an ex-Halifax man who will provide it. Lovely little grubber kick through from King. Planned move as Hannigan chased through and touched the ball down over the line to increase Whitehaven's lead to 6 points to 0 with a kick to come.
Hannigan.
With Halifax thought they were in at one end of the field, they've just conceded at the other. And Carter has a chance to put Whitehaven 2 scores up here. At around about the 13-minute mark, I make it. Another relatively comfortable conversion attempt for Carter, which he converts. It's 2 from 2. And Halifax find themselves 8 points to 0 down.
From number 14, Jake Carter.
What response have Liam Finn's men got now? Dufresne yet again to kick off, and yet again he'll go towards his right hand side, a bit deeper this time. Carter still collects, hands it on to King, and King met well by Tangata and Lannon. Carter finds Mason, thought about the pass but goes himself. Well put down there by Fairbank and O'Brien. Xavier goes for the right hand side. Here's Romeo. Well held on to there by Fairbank. It's a quick play of the ball as Newton jumps out from dummy half. Steals 10 yards there. Easy yards there for Newton. And here's Mason. Hands it on. Here's McCarron on the angle from Carter's pass. He'll take Avon past halfway. Despite the attention of 3 Halifax men. G Fairbank, and line it was. Last tackle here for Avon. He goes to Carter, and Carter puts it high once more. But Bernal waits underneath, no real pressure on him, and takes it comfortably enough. And he'll get put down 15 metres from his own line. Here's Barber. And Barber will try and inch Halifax further away from danger. Keys waits at dummy half, hands it on to McComb. McComb gets pushed backwards by 3 Whitehaven men, including Ryan King there. Here's Graham. Good yards after contact there by Graham. Takes Halifax past the 40. O'Brien, long ball to Keys. Takes to the line, throws a dummy Joe Keys. Goes over, and it looks a little bit high there. Not given by the referee, who signals it was off his shoulder. I'm not too sure about that. Dufresne kicks deep on the last, and that's probably going to be a bit too deep, is that? As Boafo just allow that to bounce dead. 2 poor kicks from each side's number 7, as Boafo wants to take it quickly, but his men haven't gone back offside yet. And Avon will have a 7 tackle set there. Newton goes blind, finds Curtis Tier, and Tier tries to bump off Tangata, but he holds on, and Newton working the blind side again. Here's McCarron, he's run well so far this game, gets the offload as well. Newton finds Mason, further on to Romeo. Footwork at the line, but not fooling Kavanagh and O'Brien as Newton goes blind again on that right hand side. Hannigan hands it on to Corkill. Corkill gets put down by 3 Fats defenders. Fairbank, Jouffre and Tibbs it was. Hannigan finds King, throws a dummy further on to Carter, and Carter takes on Matty Jean. G does well, helped out by Keys. Still tackles here for Avon. Newton goes blind, hands it on to Curtis Tier. And Tier going against a retreat in Halifax defence and throws the ball blind out into touch. And that's a big let off for Halifax, because Whitehaven were looking dangerous there. As Adam Tangata makes his way off the field to be replaced by Clement Boyer.
First interchange, sponsored by Hanson Plywood. Number 8, Adam
to play the ball. Happens, and Graham, more good yards upfield. Great yards from Charlie Graham there.
29, Clement Boyer.
Sogs down, good work. Here's Jouffre. And he goes on to Tibbs, and Tibbs knocks on Halifax on a chance to arm when maybe it wasn't really on. So I think it was Boyer who had that drive before, my mistake. But Halifax forcing a pass really when he just needs to get some room upfield. But given the first quarter of an hour, 20 minutes or so, there's definitely plenty of points in this game if both sides can just keep hold of the ball. There's Will Evans. First drive up for Whitehaven, put down by Kavanagh and Boyer. Here's Ainley, gets the offload out again. These offloads are killing Halifax as Newton scuttles off. He's still making yards, Newton. He eventually put down by Boyer and Fairbank there. Here's Ainley, keeps hold this time as Whitehaven already in Halifax's 10. Options left and right, they go left. Hannigan finds Carter, out the back to Mason. Mason long ball out, and McComb gets the intercept. Had to be, because Boafo was over in that corner. And the Fax defence breathe a huge sigh of relief. And maybe this time he'll be a bit more conservative. Set of 6 out of territory here as Tibbs fighting for a quick play of the ball and gets it. Keys, nice yards from dummy arm. Joe Keys will take Halifax up to their own 40. O'Brien comes back in at dummy half, finds McComb. Will take Halifax past halfway. Last tackle here for the Panthers. O'Brien waits, it goes to Jouffre. Jouffre, I don't think he's seen the call. Miscommunication in the Halifax ranks there. Halifax turned the ball over cheaply. It's Whitehaven. Get the game going again. Boafo put down by 3 Fax men. Fairbank, Lannon and Boyer. Amazing at dummy half. Finds Romeo. Again that hop, skip and a jump before getting to the defensive line. He put him down just shy of halfway. O'Brien, Kavanagh and Dufresne it was. Newton hands on to King. And King glides past Boyer. And King making far too easy yards here for Haven. Newton finds Carter. McCarron on the angle. Takes on G once more. There's a good battle between them two. There's Whitehaven inside Halifax's 30. Newton works the blind side. Carter dinks it over the top. Woodburn Hall's got to get there. And does just about. As Whitehaven starting to turn the screw a little bit. Simple rugby league. Make yards upfield. Competitive kicks. And hope for an error or repeat set. And that's exactly what they've got. The repeat set with Halifax. Kicking the second goal line drop out of the game. Which Woodburn Hall does. Not the greatest connection, but Hannigan collects. Hands on to Graham. Great opening stint from the Whitehaven front rows here. Newton on dummy half, hands it on to Ainley, and Ainley especially making great yards and getting those offloads away. Quick play the ball too. Newton goes blind, Hannigan throws a dummy. Can he twist over the line? He's over. And Whitehaven get the second try of the afternoon. And that is a soft one. I think it's Hannigan's second try of the afternoon. And Liam Finn will not be happy with that goal line defence. As the Whitehaven fans, quite rightly, loving what they're seeing on this Wakefield field. And Halifax could be 3 scores down if Carter can land this touchline conversion. 12-0 up with a kick to come. On the right side of the field for a left-footed kicker. It's certainly high enough. It's got the legs and it's got the accuracy as well. Jake Carter, unsurprisingly, kicking really well today. And Whitehaven go 14-0 up.
Conversion by 13, Jake Carter.
And what response the Halifax got now? They've just found themselves second best in nearly all aspects of this game so far. As Dufresne again going to this right hand side, collected by Carter, and on to Graham, and big contact there by Boyer, but Graham holds on. Carter in the centre field, Ainley, good shot again by Boyer. Newton finds King, throws a dummy. Put down well enough by Lannon and O'Brien. And Newton working the blind side. Here's Corkill. Well marshalled there by Halifax defence. This is better so far from the Panthers in their defence. Here's Hannigan. Short ball to King. And King put down by Lannon and Fairbank. Last tackle here for the Cumbrians. He goes to Hannigan, and Hannigan measured kick towards the corner. which will burn all or let go out into touch. That's a lovely kick. Brilliant game management there from the Whitehaven halfback. And Whitehaven just don't need to force anything just yet. As Liam Finn brings the changes again, off comes Ryan Lannon. And on to make his 300th career appearance is Kevin Leroyer. As Graham, definitely Graham this time, backs up Saltonstall style to get Halifax on their own 20. And finally the referee gives Halifax their first penalty of the game. After around about, well, coming up to the half hour mark, which Keys will kick. Decent touch finding kick as well. And Halifax will start the set 5 metres shy of halfway. As Tibbs taps and goes. Good yards past halfway, but the ball's come loose. The referee thought for a second about giving the steal, but he decides not, and it's another error from Halifax.
Ryan Lannon has left the field. His replacement, 31.
And Whitehaven in possession again.
Kevin Leroyer.
Halifax have just got to be better in defence and attack. Newton. Nice run upfield, adds out to Lucas Castle. Battling with the Panthers defence. Newton goes right, hands on to Hannigan. Whitehaven calling for a late tackle on one of their players, and they're going to get it as well. Hannigan it was. Taken out late. Will the referee get a report from the touch judge, and could there be further punishment here for Halifax? You see quite often that any late tackle on the player that's passed the ball results in a sin bin, and could a yellow card be coming the way of an Halifax player here? Or will he be lenient? I think it's Ben Kavanagh he's having a word with there. Oh, he is a sin bin for Ben Kavanagh. Well, looks like Halifax will spend the rest of this first half down to 12. However, the last time we played a Cumbrian team, we seemed to play better with 12 men, so maybe history can repeat itself. That's the referee having a word with Halifax captain Joe Keys. Now, will Whitehaven go for goal here, or will they just carry on? They just think it's a carry on, numerical advantage. And that's what they are doing. Newton ready to tap and go. Hands it on to Ainley, who's had such an impressive first stint for Whitehaven. New waits to dummy half, hands it on to King. Short ball to Castle. And Castle still going despite the attention of 3 Halifax defenders. As Whitehaven inside Halifax's 10 again. Newton finds Carter onto Hannigan. Long ball over the top. Romeo steps inside. He's still stepping inside. Can he get over the line? Desperate Halifax defence who look to get him out into touch. But the referee rules his L just inside. As Dufresne against his former club antagonises his former supporters. Here's Castle again. Big bullocking run. Into centre field, options left and right here for Whitehaven. Newton looking both ways. He goes right. Mason throws a dummy. Mason looking to get his way over, but desperate Halifax defence for the first real time this game. Last tackle here for Haven. Newton, short ball, and Corkill knocks on. And Halifax just about survive. As Liam Finn rings the interchange again. Jacob Fairbank coming off the field this time to be replaced by Connor Davies. And here's Graham. Trying to work his way upfield, but the Whitehaven defence pushing him back from whence he came. Jufrey plays short. Nice footwork there from Boyer, but he gets put down his own 20. Here's Graham again. Better run this time from the winger. As Whitehaven this time slowing to play the ball down. He goes to Keys. Here's Leroy, first touch of the ball for the Frenchman. Fighting for a quick play of the ball. O'Brien hands it on to Boyer, and Boyer gets pulled down just shy of halfway. Last tackle here for Whitehaven, for Halifax even. He goes to Keys this time, and Keys tries to split winger and fullback. Romeo dummies. It's amazing. Goes back to that side. Good shot there from Tibbs. As Ross Haley comes off the field. Brilliant stint for him. Boafo gets put down by G and Barber. Here's the substitutes come on. Hugh Worthington. And good yards there by the Whitehaven interchange. Put down by Leroy, Keys and Barber. And Boyer. Here's King. Further out to Hannigan. Whitehaven have got men on that side. Mason, short ball to Evans. And Evans well put down there. Had to be by Ben Tibbs. Here's Hannigan again. Flat ball to King. Nice interplay there. Cars posted, McComb slipped. And Whitehaven are queuing up if they can get to the ball. But Waffo. Oh. Whitehaven, you would argue, should be out of sight here at half time with the chances that they've had, and they've not converted. That was so unlucky. And Zach McComb thanking his lucky stars that didn't come off, because twice he's lost his footing when Whitehaven have made a break on this right hand side. And Halifax again just about survive. Here's McComb this time. In attack, hopefully. Hold on to the ball, which he does. Quick play the ball, nice one. And he goes to Connor Davies. Spying some Whitehaven defenders offside, but the referee doesn't rule against it. Slow play the ball. O'Brien waits, uses the blind side. Keys, back on the inside to O'Burnall. O'Burnall makes the half break. On to G. G kicks through. Looking for Joe Keys. Joe Keys collects. Can Keys get it in the corner? He can. Brilliant try from Halifax. Superb rugby league. That is one of the best tries you'll see in a long, long time. As Joe Keys, who in recent weeks has come up with great captain's knock, but that was on the end of a superb team try. Just before half time as well. Brilliant timing.
Number 7, Joe Keys.
Joe Keys started it, took the ball to the line, inside ball to James O'Burnall, made the half break and gave, let's say, a flat pass to Matty G. Matty G thought I'd ruined it when he kicked through. Bounced favourably for the chasing Joe Keys, who had enough about him to finish in the corner. What a score, and it had to come. Massive turnaround. Whitehaven could have scored at 1, and Halifax have come up and scored at this end. And if Jufrey can land this from the touchline, it'd be even better. And strikes it well enough. It curves it round. What a kick from Louis Jufrey. Brilliant kick. And in the blink of an eye, the whole atmosphere in this stadium's changed.
And the fantastic touchline conversion, sponsored
just like last week, Louis Jufrey just guiding the ball, curling the ball round through the post. And he's getting well and truly back on here. Amazing. Gets the game back underway, collected by Barber. Hands it on to Leroy. No, it's not 2-2-2. Where's 31? There's Kevin Leroy. Anyway, Jouffret hands it on.
Interchange for Whitehaven at 11.
Here's Connor Davies. Good yards there from the Welshman. And again, commentators blessing here. We got sent down to 12 men against a Cumbrian team. We look the better side, and this is what's happened now as Leroy takes Halifax towards halfway. O'Brien goes left. Jouffret, bodies in motion, picking up the pace as Woodburn Hall breaks through. Woodburn Hall just needed support again. Last tackle here for Fax. O'Brien, long ball to Keys. Keys kicks across, looking for Ed Barber. Ed Barber challenges Carter. Surely that's a knock-on from Carter. But the referee doesn't give it. And Whitehaven just about survive. Here's Tier. Put down by Barber and McComb. G and McComb, sorry. Carter in at dummy half. Short ball to McCarran. Tries to bump off G, but Boyer there to finish him off. Newton works the blind side. Tier again. Halifax retreating in defence, not coming up to him. Meaning Tier can just stroll past the halfway. Here's Carter. Pops the ball dummied. Here's Hannigan. Nice move here from Whitehaven. Mason puts on the gas, but it's a loose ball. To Evans. Onto Romy. Referee somehow thinks that's gone backwards. I don't know how he's managed to come up with that decision, but play goes on. Last tackle here for Avon. It goes to Hannigan, and Hannigan puts it high. Woodburn Hall underneath, no pressure on him. As Woodburn Hall, great footwork there. And like last week, Woodburn Hall just looks threatening every time he gets the ball. Here's Tibbs making some good yards upfield. As Halifax fans crying out for a penalty against offside here for Whitehaven. As Barber, great yards there from him. Takes Halifax past the 40. Asking for messing around and play the ball. Halifax just wanting a penalty, however it comes at the moment, as G trundled his way up towards halfway. O'Brien waits a dummy half, hands on to Jouffret. Little spin kick, hands on the angle to Davies, and Davies gets out of one tackle, still going Connor Davies. Inside Whitehaven's 40, last tackle here. Goes to O'Brien. Jouffret pulls it high. Claimed by Mason at the back, comfortably enough, but Halifax defenders Graham and Tibbs right there. As Ben Kavanagh comes back onto the field to put Halifax back to the full 13 as Matty G again. Big hit. Could start calling the jukebox for the big hits he's been having this season, Matty G. Meanwhile, Barber puts Boafo down 15 metres from his own line, and for the first real time this game, Whitehaven struggling to get out their own territory. As Castle put down just outside his own 20, Newton jumps out and dummy half, and onto Worthington. That's better. It's the last tackle here for Whitehaven. Goes to Carter, and pressured by Barber, but he gets off a really good kick, does Jake Carter. That's a fantastic kick. Graham collects, and from a really troubling set out of territory, it's a brilliant kick that's got Whitehaven out of trouble there. Here's Tibbs trying to make some yards, which he does, despite the attention of the Corkill and Romeo. Here's Kavanagh fresh onto the field. Ben Kavanagh, good yards there. Quick play the ball to O'Brien, finds Keys. Out the back to Jouffret, further on to Woodburn Hall. The Whitehaven defence read that, but he goes back to Jouffret. Broken field head of Louis Jouffret, further on to Boyer, and Boyer will just trundle it up past halfway. O'Brien goes blind to Keys. What is in motion for Halifax? Keys, those are dummy. Still making yards inside that Whitehaven's 20. Last tackle here for Fax. O'Brien uses the blind side. Last tackle, crumbers it through to the corner. Mason collects. And that's a nice little play there from Adam O'Brien, using all his experience there. Just trap Whitehaven in this corner. Evans gets put down on his own 10 metre line by 3, 4 Halifax defenders there. Here's Romeo. Just goes straight up from dummy half, put down by Jouffre and Davies. Here's Mason, who's been relatively quiet for Whitehaven so far. As Hannigan jumps in the dummy half, looking for a long kick out. Woodburn Hall's got to get to it because it'll be a 40-20. Good chase there from Haven as well, but Woodburn Hall will fancy a counter-attack. That's a great kick and chase by Hannigan, who's easily been the best player on this pitch so far. Here's Barber. Gets put down on his own 20. And Halifax, finally, and you can tell by the reaction of the Halifax fans, finally get a penalty for offside. Oh, the second penalty of the game. And Keys wastes no time to get Halifax up to halfway with the penalty. Tapped by McComb. Now can Halifax strike before half time here? Davies, short ball to Boyer, and Boyer take his tackle just outside the Whitehaven 30. O'Brien finds Jouffre, shows and goes, but it's a loose ball behind the Halifax attackers, which Graham will just dive on. Bit of momentum lost there for Fax. Bit of reset here as Tibbs goes to centre field looking for a chink in the Whitehaven armour, but the Castle door closes. Lucas Castle makes a tackle. Here's Keys. Options right and left. He goes to Barber, who just gets put down by Tia. As the half-time hooter, you might have just heard, has just gone. An eventful first half here at the DIY Kitchen Stadium. Halifax find themselves with a route back into this game, but for the first 35 minutes or so, it was all Whitehaven. 2 tries by Lachlan Hannigan, both converted by Carter, who added a penalty as well. 14 points to 0. And Halifax looking down the barrel of the gun, but one of the tries of the season from Joe Keys. Brilliantly converted from the touchline by Louis Jouffre. Give Halifax a little bit of hope in this huge second half to come. Half-time score here at the DIY Kitchen Stadium here at Wakefield. Halifax Panthers 6, Whitehaven 14. Welcome back to the second half of this really crucial Betfred Championship round 13 clash between Halifax Panthers and Whitehaven here in our home away from home for this week at the DIY Kitchen Stadium here in Wakefield. And as usually it seems to be at the moment, Halifax have got it all to do. Find themselves 14-0 down. With a quarter of an hour to go in that first half, and looking pretty dead and buried, with Whitehaven bombing a couple of chances. But then one of the tries of the season from captain Joe Keys, converted beautifully from the touchline by Louis Jouffre, have given Halifax a chance to get back in this game and get this victory. With a half-time score of 14 points to 6 in favour of the visitors. Huge second half here to come. As Mason gets us back underway. Spiralling kick-off, travelling everywhere, and Barber collects, and Leroy. I don't think, well, I didn't see a knock on there, to be honest with you, but the referee is the man in charge. I thought Barber needed it towards Leroy, it came off his leg, and then Leroy went and dived on the ball, but an error in the first 10 seconds of the first half for Halifax. And a golden opportunity to Whitehaven to strike. What's Halifax's goal line defence like this time? Duran, hands on to Hannigan. And the referee rules that he was going for the one-on-one. Now that's one of the ones that you see given. If that was a TV Super League game, I would think that would have been given loose carry, but here in the Championship, I don't think we have such luxuries. And Whitehaven still on Halifax's line. Duran, that's Carter. Try to step past O'Brien, but reinforcements arrive in the shape of Connor Davies. Tackles in the bag here for Whitehaven on the Halifax line. Duran fires it to Castle, and Castle looks to drive his way over the line. But Boyer and Woodburn all put a stop to that. Duran, loose ball from dummy half. Carter collects, though it goes towards a corner. McComb collects and stays in the field of play. McComb definitely needs to change his boots. I mean, at the third occasion, he's lost his footing at crucial times, but he just about did enough to stay in field of play there. As Halifax through Matty G, trying out of danger, some relieving run there from G. Keys in at dummy half, hands it on to Graham. Good yards here from the Halifax backs. O'Brien hands it on to Leroy. Allowed to make his run this time, Kevin Leroy. Last tackle here for Halifax, not even past their own 40. He goes to Keys, and Keys pulls it deep between winger and fullback. That's a brilliant kick. Is it just a bit too long though? It's just going to be that little bit too long. That's unlucky for Joe Keys, but Whitehaven will love it. 7 tackle set for them from the tap on the 20, which Mason takes. Gets brought down by 3 fast defenders, finished off by Davies and Leroy. Here's Boafo. Great tackle there by Joe Keys, who really meant that. Here's Tia. Tia spins in the tackle, but he gets stopped in his tracks by Barber and G. Here's Castle, tries to bump off O'Brien, but Kavanagh comes in to help out along with Davies. Charlie Graham calling for men over this side here. As Corkill tries to go on the outside shoulder, but Dufresne does well, helped out by Tibbs. And Boyer. Handing in a dummy half, hands it on to Evans. Evans goes centre field, throws a dummy. O'Brien unlucky not to be penalised for that shot there. Last tackle here for Whitehaven. He goes to Hannigan, and Hannigan, no real pressure on him. Can pick his kick out as Woodburn all collects. Surely that's challenged in the air by the Whitehaven man, and it is given. The first penalty in the second half goes Halifax's way, and hopefully Woodburn all's alright. Easily been Halifax's best player these last few weeks, James Woodburn all. And that's the last thing that we need for him. And if Ben Kavanagh gets sin-binned for a late shot on a ball carrier, then surely the same punishment should go for someone being tackled in the air, if this referee is consistent. Looks like Woodburn all's okay to continue, which is brilliant news for Halifax. As the referee calls over the guilty party, Joey Romeo. Will he be lenient here? I think he is going to be lenient. He is. Well, frustration here for Halifax. As the pantomime villain, it sounds like. Keeps his place on the field. Halifax didn't make much yards from that penalty as Tibbs taps and goes to Kavanagh. Thought about the pass, but just takes his tackle from the Whitehaven substitute, Noah High. Keys, short ball to Leroy. Leroy, good yards after contact. O'Brien clapping his hands, wanting a quick play the ball and gets it. Shoots out and dummy half. And that's a really high shot there. I don't even know why the referee even had to think of that. Shocking high tackle there from the Whitehaven man, Lucas Castle. No maliciousness in it, but it was direct contact to the head, and surely should be more punishment, but Halifax take the penalty quickly. Too quickly for the referee. Barber taps and goes to Keys, take two, further on to Dufresne. Short ball to Connor Davies, and Davies still making yards despite the attention of three Whitehaven men. O'Brien goes right to Keys, short ball to Boyer, and Boyer gets pulled down by two Haven men inside the 10 metres. O'Brien waits, goes back centre field to Keys, out the back to Dufresne, further on to Tibbs, Tibbs throws a dummy, Ben Tibbs holds on, Ben Tibbs still going, Ben Tibbs, lovely try, brilliant try from Ben Tibbs, and what confidence that'll give him. And Halifax have the all-important first try of this second half. After 5 minutes of this second half, from the field position, from the penalty, Halifax rotated right to left. It was a floated ball from Dufresne, which Tibbs managed to get away. All the Whitehaven players probably thought he was going to draw the man and pass, but a brilliant dummy and sidestep, and against the grain managed to have enough strength and guile to get over the line for his 6th try of the season. But more importantly than that, putting Halifax within 4 points of Whitehaven with a kick to come. 14 points to 10. As Dufresne lines up this shot at goal against his former club. Can he make it 2 from 2 from the tee? He certainly can. Straight down the here, diddle diddle. Dufresne 2 from 2. And Halifax fight their way back. 2-point gap here. Halifax Panthers 12, Whitehaven 14. As Ben Kavanagh in the wars got a bit of claret for his endeavours. Had to change his shirt, so Ben Kavanagh wearing number 34 at the moment. Halifax collect the kick-off this time with Woodburn. All hands it on to Boyer. Will find the turf on his own 20. As Halifax work the blind side. Woodburn all looking busy and buzzing. Gets the offload away. And the referee this time rules it's gone backwards. Well, Halifax get away with that. Boyer comes back for more work. Makes good yards there, going to get a quick play of the ball, he can. O'Brien trying to spy out Whitehaven offside. Makes some great yards past halfway. Adam O'Brien, brilliant play by the hooker. Davies finds Keys, brings on Leroy on the angle. How he'd love a try on his 300th career appearance. O'Brien goes blind, Keys puts it high. Perfectly placed because Mays has to take that in the field of play. Hands it on to Romeo, and that's a great game management there from Halifax. Brilliant kick and chase. They've just got to be squeaky clean defence now, no penalties. Good defence there by Dufresne on tier, but it's a quick play of the ball. Evans takes Whitehaven past the 25. Here's Corkill. Takes on Davies and comes off second best. Great tackle there by the Welshman, helped out by Boyer. Newton and on to King. King, brilliant tackle again by Davies. Was a quick play of the ball. He goes to Hanning on the last. He goes past Woodburn all. Did everything right there. Woodburn all wanted to stop with his foot, but he just went under him. But great chase there by Hannigan. Quick play of the ball, Dufresne finds McComb. Looks to go on the outside, but then comes back in. as Gareth Widdop looks to enter the fray on the 10-minute mark last half time, replacing Ben Tibbs. Hopefully he's okay. It's a more tactical substitution, but Ben Tibbs had a really good game today. The centre, as McComb takes Fats to halfway. O'Brien finds Keys. Lovely step there from Keys. He makes the break. Oh, ankle tap there by Noah High. Crucial. Last tackle here for Fax. Jouffre puts it high, looking for Widdop to chase and compete. Mason dots it back. It goes to Graham, and Graham scores. And Halifax take the lead. What a response from Halifax. And I said before, Halifax's second half performances the last few weeks have been brilliant, not least on this ground. 2 tries there. And it's Charlie Graham who, like I said at the start of the game, looking for consecutive tries in consecutive games on this ground. Louis Jouffre put the bomb up, and Gareth Widdop, fresh onto the field, chased it with all his worth, forcing the error from Jake Mason. He knocked it backwards, but Charlie Graham was there to put the ball down over the line. His second try in Halifax colours. But also more important than that, puts Halifax into the lead for the first time this game, in this crucial match in the Betfred Championship. As Jouffre, practically from the same spot that he kicked his last conversion, strokes the ball over yet again. And Halifax have turned this game around. The last 5 minutes of the first half and the first 10 minutes of this. What a turnaround. 3 tries from the men in blue and white. Back in the lead, 18 points to 14. As Mason with a brilliant kick-off again, claimed well by Barber. Handed on to McComb. He gets put down. 15 metres from his own line. Here's Leroyer. He's run strongly since he's been on the field. O'Brien waits. Hands on to Jouffre. Further on to Kavanagh. Here's Boyer, another one that's run really hard all game. O'Brien takes Halifax past halfway. He's certainly got the buzzing in this second half as Adam O'Brien. Last tackle here for Fax. Jouffre puts it up again as Mason. Oh, he's dropped the ball cold. And Jake Mason is having a little bit of a nightmare here for Whitehaven. Who, if Halifax do continue to win, will join them on 10 points in the Betfred Championship. Could this be the turning point in this game? O'Brien from the scrum. Jouffre puts on the brakes, loses his footing. And Halifax a bit of a reset. Here's, I think, Barber there. Gets pushed back. Halifax defence, Matty G. He was pushed back by the Avon defence. Here's Leroyer on his 300th career appearance. Can he get over the line? Oh, just pushed back by the Whitehaven defence. O'Brien finds Keys. On to Jouffre. Further on to a Bernard. Long ball out to Graham. Graham goes on the corner. He's going for again. Brilliant try. Charlie Graham. Charlie Graham goes in for his second try in 3 minutes. What a signing this player is turning out to be. brilliant wing play. And similar to his try last week against Wakefield, you thought he had no right to get the ball over the line, but brilliant, brilliant play. Using his body well to keep the defenders off him and finish over in the corner. Brilliant play from the Scottish international, who is fast becoming an Halifax favourite here. And what a response. 4 tries in 20 minutes either side of half time have completely and utterly changed the complexion of this game. And it leaves Louis Jouffret. A tricky conversion at goal, but as we saw earlier on, he can certainly put them over from the touchline. 22-14 the score now with the kick to come. Here he comes, but he's pulled it. 2 left of the post. Shanked off a 9-iron there, Louis. But it matters little because Halifax open up an 8-point lead, 22 points to 14, with 25 minutes left to go in this game. It looks like Whitehaven may well be going for the short kick-off. No. He drilled it down the middle, does Mays, and collected by Woodburn Hall. On to Boyer, who's had a brilliant game, especially with ball in hand. O'Brien at dummy half, hands it on to Kavanagh. Beats the first man and goes back for more. Bit of a second effort there by Romeo. Referee don't rule it. So O'Brien again runs from dummy half. Back on the inside to win it. Oh! The chance is gone, but Adam O'Brien, this second half has come out like a man possessed. Running from dummy half, Sean Penkovic-esque. And if Widdop could have just held on, that may well could have put the game to bed. But Whitehaven still in this game, only 8 points in it. Yeah, scrum. Centre field, Carter steps off his left and makes some decent yards upfield. Here's Castle. Great tackle down low by Boyer. Newton. Hands it on to Noah High, who had a low control of the ball there. And the errors are piling up for the Whitehaven side here. And Halifax survived that, and they're about to introduce Jacob Fairbank and Adam Tangata back onto the field. Once this scrum on their own 20 metres centre field happens, here's Barber from there. As Clement Boyer comes off the field, it's a Frenchman substitution. Boyer, what a great stint he's had alongside Kevin Leroy, who takes a well-earned rest. And quite rightly, they're getting the appreciation of this crowd in this main stand here. And here's Tangata. Short ball to Fairbank, lovely play there. Nice little double act they are. But they're slowing the play of the ball down here, Whitehaven, as Fairbank gets to his feet. O'Brien fizzes it to Keys. Out of the back to Jouffret, further on to Woodburn Hall, bodies in motion. Woodburn Hall, that's a dummy, makes the break. Woodburn Hall, will he go himself? He goes inside to Matty G. And Matty G scores over for his 7th try of the season. And is that the try? That with just coming up to 20 minutes to go, settles the issue. Again, consecutive weeks, James Woodburn Hall puts over Matty G on this DIY Kitchens Stadium field. And Matty G, it was, who got over
Sponsored by Dan Hare. Let's hear it for number 12, Matty G.
Part of me was wanting James Woodburn Hall to dummy to go over on his 150th Halifax appearance, but unselfishly handed it on to Matty G, who finishes off just to the side of the posts, leaving Louis Jouffre. You would think a routine conversion attempt, which he lands. Jouffre back in the goals. And Halifax double the lead now over Whitehaven, 28 points to 14.
Sponsored by Stage Straight from number 6, Louis Jouffre.
And Halifax just come out like men possessed. Mays with a kick-off, bounces awkwardly for Barber, who decides to take it on himself and make some really good yards upfield there, Barber. Here's Tangata. Takes 4 Avon men to stop his progress. 35 metres out of his own line. Keys uses the blind side onto G, and G playing with his tail up now. Matty G. Keys centre field to Connor Davies. Further on to Jouffre. Here's Kavanagh. It's put down. O'Brien using the blind side, but comes back centre field and it's on to Jouffre. Davis will just settle Halifax down, centre field. 30 metres from the Whitehaven line on the last. He goes to Jouffre, and Jouffre puts it high, looking for Widdop and Graham to chase. Well taken though by Romeo. Brilliant take there under pressure. But Halifax playing rugby league well, forcing Whitehaven into a corner, not helped by Will Evans losing his footing. Jouffre completing the tackle. Here's Boafo. That's for the first real time this game. Whitehaven struggling to get out of territory, but just as I say, that team makes an half break. G could have been done for a flop, but the referee decides not to penalise. Here's Mason. Good tackle there by Barber. Last tackle here for Avon. Carter puts left boot to ball. Graham lets the ball settle before picking it up. And thus to make the counter attack, Charlie Graham. He gets away, Graham. Will he go on the outside? He fancies it. He's great tackle there. Brilliant cover tackle there by Corkill. But how good is it to see an Halifax winger back himself on the outside? Charlie Graham, take a bow. Meanwhile, Connor Davies still makes yards despite the attention of 3 Avon defenders. O'Brien waits. Goes right to Keys, back on the inside to Fairbank. Fairbank bumps off one. But they keep hold. Another dangerous attacking position here for the Panthers. O'Brien goes right to Keys. Keys dummies through the line, back inside to Jouffre, and Jouffre is going to finish, and that is the game. 30 points to 14. With just over a quarter of an hour left. That is the game-breaking try. And it's Louis Jouffre who goes in for his 10th try of the season. And how good is it to see the Jouffre, Joe Keys half-back combination back and firing again.
Scoring his 10th try of the season, sponsored by Stage Straight. Let's hear it for number 6.
And again, Joe Keys. When Joe Keys is on form, there is no better halfback in this competition. And with Louis Jouffre in support, there's going to be tries aplenty. And I think that the guy operating the scoreboard's got a bit too giddy. It's 32 points to 14 by my reckoning. Before the kick to come, which hopefully Louis Jouffre will convert his own score, which he does. Jouffre, 5 from 6 for the afternoon. And Halifax stretch the lead out to 20 points. Just over a quarter of an hour left to go. It's Halifax Panthers 34, Whitehaven 14. And Whitehaven do go fairly short from the kickoff, and Whitehaven knock on. As Whitehaven starting to roll the dice, but don't come up with it this time. Now Halifax could go above Whitehaven if there's enough swing in this points difference. O'Brien from the scrum, hands on to Widdop. I think operating the centres at the moment. O'Brien hands on to Tangata. Keeps hold, but that's good defence there from Whitehaven. Graham and Castle it was. O'Brien finds Keys, onto G, steps at the line early. But good tackle there by McCarron and Carter. Keys uses the blind side. Barber applies the brakes and steps back on the inside, tries to shrug Whitehaven defender off, but they stick to the task. As McClure makes some great yards from dummy half. 30 metres out from the Whitehaven line. Last tackle here for Fax. It goes to Keys, and Keys puts it high, cross field, looking for Widdop and Graham. The ball bounces, and it's going to go dead. Lucky break there for Whitehaven. And Romeo takes a 20-metre tap, 7 tackle set, remember, for Whitehaven. Good defence there by Jouffre and Kavanagh. On Ainley back on the field, but not having anywhere near the impact he had in his first stint. McCarron takes it up, and you can hear the calls for the penalty from all the way over here. For a high shot, getting some ironic cheers from the Whitehaven contingent travelling down. As Carter kicks the ball to touch, bit of a modest touch finder there. It's Tier will take up to Halifax defence. Put down by McComb, Barber and G. 25 metres out from the Fax lane. Here's Graham. Well put down by Tangata and Fairbank. Here's King. On to Hannigan. Short ball to Corkill. Corkill tries to went past Jouffre, but Kavanagh and O'Brien stuck to him. Here's Newton. On to King. Further on to Carter. Finds Mason. Mason kicks and ricochets against Keys. Sure, that's ball to man, and the referee rules that way. No restart the tackle count as Whitehaven still in dangerous Halifax territory. Good shot there by Connor Davies. Rocked Guy Graham's head back there. Last tackle here for Haven. He goes to King. Though the dummy, I think they've miscounted here as King manages to lose the ball in the tackle. That's out of desperation. And Halifax's defence holds firm. No doubt Liam Finn, his message will be to not concede. Brilliantly, we've scored 28 points without reply, but he will want a 0 against Halifax's column in this second half. Here's McComb as Whitehaven turn the screw a little bit in defence. Jouffre onto Fairbank, and Fairbank there's yards there as O'Brien gets a brilliant reception off the crowd. Brilliant performance from the core club captain and his replacement Ryan Lannon 6 yards there. Oh, brilliant tackle there by Whitehaven. Nothing wrong with that. Dufresne finds Davies. Onto Woodburn Hall. Finds Kavanagh. Onto Widdop. Widdop. Hop, skip and a jump at the defence. Goes back on the inside. And Widdop put down. 5 metres short of halfway. Graham finds Dufresne, who puts a spiral kick downfield, which Mason just does not fancy at all. His demons from the last 20 minutes are still in his head there, Jake Mason. And Boafo gets put down by G. Here's Romeo this time. Dealt with well enough by Dufresne, Davies and Tangata. As Whitehaven trying up for all their might to win a penalty. Here's Will Evans, good shot there by Jacob Fairbank. As Ainley tries to make some yards upfield, but again this Halifax defence this second half has been relentless. Here's Mason this time. Tries to take on his old mate Tangata, and he does, he gets past him, but he comes back for more as Tangata, helped out by Dufresne and Fairbank. Last tackle here for Whitehaven. Just shy of halfway, and Hannigan spills the ball. And that's his first mistake of the afternoon. And that's a shame. He was absolutely outstanding in the first half, but it's just not happened for him this second half. As the errors are really, really mounting up for Whitehaven. As the referee stops the clock to give the Whitehaven medical team the chance to treat Hannigan, and also for both sides to get some water on. It's a bit cloudier and gloomy than it was here last week, but it's still muggy in this early afternoon kick-off. Hannigan looks to be okay to carry on. And play resumed with Ben Kavanagh playing the ball 5 metres past halfway. Here's Tangata. Good yards there by Tangata. Davies in a dummy half, hands it on to Keys, brings on Lannon on the angle. Bit of broken field there for Ryan Lannon to go through when he gets inside the Whitehaven 20. Options left and right here for Davies. He finds Keys, short ball to G, gets the ball back out. And King, did Ryan King call for that ball? We'll never know, but bit of a loose play there from Halifax. Didn't need to throw the ball out. And just gives Whitehaven a chance to get out of territory there with Davies yet again. Great shot there, helped out by Matty G. Here's Ainley, met again by Connor Davies. He's worked his socks off since coming onto the field. Good old traditional nugget player. Head tape on, socks down as Avon chanced around from the kick as Ryan Lannon throwing the dummies. He's feeling confident, Lannon, he's still going. But he's come off second best from that challenge there, Ryan Lannon. Dufresne, dummy half, hands it on to Keys. Short ball to Tangata, and Tangata still going. Gets brought down as Jacob Fairbank makes way for Clement Boyer. Here's Keys, short ball to G. He keeps hold this time. As Keys runs across the line, short ball to Boyer, fresh onto the field, bumps off one. Still going Boyer. Eventually brought down 15 metres from the Whitehaven line, gets a quick play of the ball to Davies. goes right, but the referee rules it was a incorrect play of the ball. Poor error there from Boyer. He's first of the game, really. He's done nothing wrong until that moment.
Panthers fans, today's Panthers Man of the Match Award, sponsored by PIB Insurance Brokers, goes to Halifax Panthers number 9, sponsored by Brook Miller Mobility,
As Adam O'Brien quite rightly gets announced as the Halifax Man of the Match, I'm fairly sure Joe Keys ran him close.
Thank you to everybody from Whitehaven and Halifax who made the way.
As Will Evans gets put down
Thank you all for making the journey today.
by Davies and Boyer. Here's Tia. Good contact again by Boyer. That's out by Lannon. Here's King. Short ball to Whelan. I don't think he wanted that. He gets the ball back to King. King throws a dummy looking to go between Giuffre and Kavanagh, but they put him down on halfway. Newton throws a dummy, goes on the blind side. Hannigan, short ball to Corkill, and Corkill takes on Widdop. Brilliant tackle there by Gareth Widdop. Last tackle here for Avon. It goes to Hannigan. Hannigan puts the ball up as Woodburn all, no one around him. Had the Freeman Wayfield take that ball. He's got broken field ahead of him, but Hannigan makes the tackle. Giuffre hands it on to Charlie Graham, who in my opinion has had a great game as well. Here's Keys, short ball to McComb, goes between two defenders. Nice little half break. Can he get a quick play of the ball? Keys uses the blind side, throws the dummy, and Keys is away. Keys makes the break, takes on Mason, kicks into centre field, looking for the chase of Clement Boyer. And Joe Keys, as I said before, we've been embarrassed for man of the match choices. Anyone from Adam O'Brien, Joe Keys or Charlie Graham for mine. But most importantly, it's been a great team performance. A great team response after going behind 14-0. And again, that nil next to Halifax's name in this second half as Ben Kavanagh takes that kick-off drill towards touchline brilliantly. Can Halifax finish with a flourish here? Widdop, long ball to Giuffre, and on to Lannon, and Lannon will just take his tackle 15 metres out from the line, centre field. They're stacking it right, the Panthers. There's Connor Davies in at hooker, onto Keys, short ball to Tangata, and Tangata well wrapped up there by McCarron, who's had a really solid game for Whitehaven. Davies onto Giuffre, short ball to Ed Barber, and Ed Barber strolls over the line. And Ed Barber goes over for his 4th try since returning to the club. As Giuffre notches up another assist next to his name. And Halifax rubs some salt into this Whitehaven wound.
Scoring our 7th try this afternoon, sponsored by Gecko, Civil Engineering, number 26, Ed Barber.
And Halifax's right edge that had so many complaints of performance last week against Wakefield in defence. I've seen some great action on that right hand side. Solid enough in defence and plenty of tries coming on that right edge. Giuffre, Barber and Keys all scoring on the right hand side. And can Giuffre convert his 6th goal of the afternoon? Oh, he's just sliced it. So the score remains 38 points to 14 to the Panthers. What a performance as that is 2 crunch games coming up. And Halifax go to Sheffield on Friday night. Mason with the shortish kick-off again. Woodburn Hall goes to claim where he knocks on. Collected by King. And Whitehaven looking for a big finish to this game. Something to send their travelling supporters home happy. As King not happy with the service he got from Matty G, their next teammates, of course. As Haven, 20 metres out, centre field. Here's King again. Feeds it onto Carter. Carter grubbers it through again, looking for Boafo to chase, but McComb there brilliantly. It's had a bit of a mixed bag game as Zach McComb, but he did well there. As Barber, big shot there by Ryan King. He's letting out his frustrations there, is Ryan King. As Barber going looking for him now. Barber, as Whitehaven get the ball here, and Whitehaven are going to score. My eyes were going for the biff that was potentially happening in centre field. But Whitehaven, from the Halifax era, go over for the first try of the second half through Rio Corkill. And that'll really disappoint Liam Finn.
21, Rio Corkill.
The try being conceded, but then also Halifax losing all composure and discipline there. Ed Barber not liking the treatment he got from Ryan King, not surprisingly, but he tried to take the law into his own hands, followed by a few Halifax players. Halifax coughed up possession and Whitehaven just strolled over the line. As Carter looks to land it from the touchline, tries to guide it through the post, but it just drifts wide, unlucky. And that is the last action of the game. And what a game it's been. Brilliant response from Halifax after finding themselves 14-0 down partway through the first half. 32 points without reply in a real team effort to inject some life and confidence into Halifax this season. Joe Keys, Ben Tibbs, Charlie Graham chipping with a couple, Matty G, Louis Jouffre and Ben Barber with 6 goals from Louis Jouffre, giving Halifax that winning feeling again against the side around them in the table. Halifax will go level on points with Whitehaven as they want to keep pace with the pack in and around mid-table. Plenty of positives this week. Great performance, great response. The final score here at the DIY Kitchen Stadium here in Wakefield for our round 13 home game against Whitehaven. Halifax Panthers 38, Whitehaven 18.